Yeah, this is a beautiful architecture of the, no, it's future or past? I think it's past. Why? Because if you think of this architecture, everything is perimeter based, right? It's very rigid, right? Can it work today? No, it cannot work today. The user is no more in office, right? He is everywhere now. And then what we are doing, we are trying to put a VPN and hairpin everything to the corporate and then still make it work. And that leads to what? Poor experience of the user, and the user is on IT that, are you enabling me? Are you stopping me? What are you really trying to do? You are not making me like go fast. You're giving me poor performance. And then at the same time that CISO is praying that, I just hope this implicit trust works, because he doesn't have something called explicit trust. So he's just managing his life somehow, and it just has to change. And it has to change fast. But one good thing which I felt is that never before the industry, the advisors, everybody, they have never come so close together on what's the solution. And I think that's where we all need to just kind of look back and take advantage of this situation. So what's the architecture like? Right? The new architecture is called the Zero Trust. And you all have heard of Zero Trust. Many of you must be knowing more about Zero Trust than me. But if I have to just summarize what is Zero Trust, I think this came about like 20 years ago. The first white paper was written in somewhere in the late 70s about it. Google implemented in 2009 Zero Trust. And then Forrester was the one who actually kind of formalized Zero Trust, and they gave a name to it. And by 2018, the NIST and the government organizations, they came together and they formulated the Zero Trust architecture, right? It's been there for some time now, but many of us have not really used it because we don't know how to really solve it, because the industry has not solved it for us. So because I think like it's a great architecture because it does a very interesting thing. So it kind of separates the two things. On one side is the user, on one side is the location, the left, your left side, and the device, right? And on the right-hand side is all the data and all the applications. And in between, we create a vacuum. So this is what is a Zero Trust architecture. And then it has got some more elements on it. It allows the connection, and it allows the connection to happen only when there is explicit trust. There's one more very fundamental principle of Zero Trust. It is that never trust, always verify. The last but not the least, it creates a perimeter-less environment. So now, I think this is something which could potentially solve some of our problems, and we need to figure out how to kind of take this further. The second element of this whole architecture which Forcepoint is working on